This is the Washington Times front page for Monday, August 23rd, 2021. Thanks for starting your week with us. I'm George Gerbo. President Biden is expressing optimism about the evacuation of Americans and Afghans from Afghanistan as his administration struggles to regain its footing after the chaotic military exit. Valerie Richardson and Jeff Murdoch report the president, in remarks at the White House, said the evacuation mission had turned the corner after a rocky start. He called it an incredible operation, but continued to insist there was no way to pull U.S. troops out of Afghanistan without turmoil.
The evacuation of thousands of people from Kabul is going to be hard and painful, no matter when it started, when we began. It would have been true if we had started a month ago or a month from now.
Biden's decision has left tens of thousands of Americans and friendly Afghans trapped by the Taliban. Congressional sources told our Ben Wolfgang that they were kept in the dark as they asked for a timetable to evacuate civilians once the president announced the decision in April. Afghans who work shoulder to shoulder with U.S. troops and diplomats are hoping their contacts will leverage a flight for themselves out of Kabul. The situation has dinged President Biden's typically steady approval rating. Recent polls show his approval dropping in some polls below 50% for the first time in his presidency. The president's rating fell 8 percentage points from July in a CBS News YouGov survey to 50%. And in an NBC News poll, his rating fell from 53% in April to 49% now, the first time it's dropped below 50% in that survey. On Capitol Hill, the House is ending its recess early and returning to D.C. this week to begin advancing a $3.5 trillion Democratic human infrastructure package. Seth MacLachlan and Joseph Clark report the House will hold several days of votes to advance the package. The votes are early tests of Speaker Nancy Pelosi's quest for unity on the massive bill. 9 centrist Democrats are pondering whether to block her move to tie the partisan budget package to a $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill that's already passed the Senate. Inside the package are the outlines of plans to create federally funded universal preschool, an expansion of federal mandates for family leave, and a broadening of Medicare. If the bill passes the House, then committees in both the House and Senate will go to work in writing the details of the proposal. A reminder that you can find all these stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page. Don't have access to the Times yet? Visit WashingtonTimes.com/George and get 25% off your annual subscription. On immigration, the Biden administration is working on suspending or dismissing thousands of deportation cases that are pending in immigration courts. Stephen Dinan reports sources within the Justice Department said judges are granting continuances in a large swath of cases, paving the way for termination. Terminating or dismissing a case clears it from the active docket, giving migrants de facto permission to remain in the country even though they don't hold legal status. Deportation orders, as a percentage of decided cases, have dropped to 35% from January to June. That's about half the rate of 2019 and 2020. The case closures are joint efforts by the Justice Department and the Homeland Security Department, which oversees the attorneys who prosecute the cases and are agreeing to delays and dismissals. And finally, today is the last day in office for New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. Dave Boyer reports the Democratic governor resigned after multiple accusations of sexual harassment, but he still faces potential criminal prosecution involving some of the 11 women who've accused him. The New York Assembly is investigating the harassment allegations, concerns that he improperly used state resources to write a book last year, and reports that his office covered up the number of nursing home deaths related to COVID-19. The Assembly will issue a report in the coming weeks. It's not clear whether the report will lead to articles of impeachment that could prevent Cuomo from running again. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and follow us for free. Just search Washington Times on your favorite podcast platforms. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.